Hey, and welcome back to my channel, Leadership Activation. It is your neuro leader, neuro wellness coach, and neuro educator, Chevy. And I'm excited that you are here today. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Before we get started, just a little bit of what I do. I use neuroscience and emotional intelligence to help ambitious leaders like yourself to go from a state of mental burnout and overwhelm to a state of balance and structure so that they can lead optimally in their businesses and organizations to create a workplace culture that thrives holistically. So it's all about how you can optimize your mental performance based on neuroscience and emotional intelligence. So today I have 4 things that you need to start doing today to really prevent yourself from being mentally burnt out, or if you are, things that you can do to kind of get out of that state, starting with these 4 simple steps. So if you're ready, let me know that you're ready in the comment. Let's go. All right, so number 1, I know you're busy. I know you're the leader of your business, or you may be in the position in your organization where you're leading teams, which can be challenging, but it also can be fun, but it can lead you to feel burnt out and mentally disconnected. Which is the first thing I want you to do is to disconnect from the doing. Yes, disconnect. Because right now you are dealing with mental burnt out and you're feeling the overwhelm of it all because you're doing so much. Ooh, excuse me. You are doing so much. And in order to really get to a place where you start to get out of that burnt out, feeling, that overwhelmed feeling, then you really need to disconnect from the job. And when I say disconnect, like really taking time away from the job, not waiting to the point of where you're like, I'm about to blow up. No, like really taking time and disconnect. Like disconnecting me, like okay, when you leave the job or you leave your business, you're not going home and spend another 3-4 hours working on job related tasks. So number 1, find a day if you're not able to do like so many disconnects. Like really start looking at one day out of the week of how you can start disconnecting from the doing, from the job, and really get into the space of focusing more on you, which we'll get into. So disconnect. I know it might be hard for some of you, but I'm telling you, when you start disconnecting and really making yourself the priority, you are able to show up more optimally. You're able to lead more optimally in your business and reduce your stress load as well and increase your mental performance, which this channel is all about. So disconnect. Number 2 is to activate your creative brain. Yes. So I want you to think about the last thing that you did that was exciting, that was not work related, that was fun for you, that you felt like I could do this over and over again. And if you haven't done anything in a while, I want you to go back and reflect on where you were as a kid. What are some things that you did that you enjoyed doing? Was it going outside in nature, hiking, even in your 20s? What are some things that you did for fun that really lit you up inside? Like for me, it's dancing. Since I was a kid, dancing has always been my thing. It's always been my energy. I can hear music and your girl is flowing. And I am on that dance floor from beginning to end because it takes me to a place of just happiness, of joy, of energy. Like my energy gets like 1,000 plus when I'm dancing. And our brain needs that fuel that's going to light up all those neurons to start, activating. So if you are not in a place of creativity and you're just in a place of where you're just in that logical mind where you're making decisions, you're doing things for the job, then that will lead to mental burnout because we need to lead with a whole brain and mind. And when we're able to lead with a whole brain and mind, we're able to, make logical decisions, and also we're able to, have that creative side. So that creates that balance where we're not mentally burnt out. We have the balance of where we're showing up as the leader, we're doing what we need to do, but also as a leader who knows how to have fun. Because as your team, whatever you are creating in your environment, so if the environment right now is high stress, it is everyone is overwhelmed, everyone feels burnt out, then that's because the leader is portraying that. The leader is setting the tone and the culture of that type of environment. But imagine being the leader who creates an environment where, yes, you're challenged, you're challenging your team, but also your team is having fun in the process. They are excited to be there. They are excited to come to work and do the work. They are energized. They're not drained. They're not depleted. So get creative. Use your creative energy. Activate that creative brain. And the more you do that and the more you will show up in your business with more energy, then guess what? Your team will definitely see that and they will pretty much start implementing, because we have those mirror neurons where what I do, someone else is going to start doing the more they're around me, because it's like a transfer of connection. So the more that you are able to activate your creative side, the more joy, the more ease, more energy, you're able to reduce your stress. There's so much that comes with being creative. So find that one thing that you love to do. Like, honestly, for me, like I said, is dancing. Number 3 is to know your limit. Okay? As a leader, I know you're ambitious. I know you love to get things done. I know you love to achieve. I know you have the drive and the ambition. But there's a limit. Every day as you go hard, your brain needs a lot of energy throughout the day. From the time you wake up, your brain needs energy. So how are you fueling yourself? And I say know your limit is because you can't continue to go without stopping, disconnecting, and recharging. Because when you have that opportunity to recharge, now you are giving your brain the time and space that it needs to really regenerate and have all the fuel and energy that it needs to, so that you can make the decisions as a CEO. You can focus on the most important things and have the energy to connect with your team, the energy to create things and have great ideas for your business and within your organization. So know your limits. I want to share one quick story of me as an ambitious leader. I did not know my limit because I was in the doing. It was one situation where, the ball dropped. I thought I had more time to do something, and then, if you don't know, 20 plus years in the military, my boss at the time, he was, the commander was like, hey, this didn't get done, and it was my responsibility because I thought I had more time. So we had to spend that entire day because she was like, I want it done before the day is over. So guess what? I got to do it. And I already was up at 5:30 with 2 kids at the time, dropping them off to school, a full day of work. And next thing you know, it's about 7 o'clock, almost 7 o'clock at night, y'all. And at this time, I'm sending emails, and my boss came into my office, and he was like, okay, did you see the last email he's like, did you read the last email? I was like, yes. And he was like, read it again. And when I read that email, it was like gibberish. It was like words was just like thrown. But in my mind, everything looked fine. But it wasn't, because my mental energy was gone. It was depleted. And that's when I should have known, hey, I've reached my limit, my mental capacity, because I was not even fueling, because I was not giving my energy the recharge that it needed or the food that it needed to continue. So as a leader, as a CEO of your business, in order to get out of that mental overwhelm, know your limits. Know your limits, okay? And the last one is self-awareness. A lot of times we say, oh, okay, we're self-aware, but as leaders, we have blind spots, okay? We have blind spots, and sometimes it's hard for some of us to hear about our blind spots, but as the leader, it is important for you to really become self-aware of the things that you do, or maybe you are creating, that is causing the overwhelm. Because sometimes, honestly, which I've shared before, is the leader is bringing that on himself or herself at times, because we want to hold on to everything. We want to be the person to make the decisions. We want to be the person to be in the knowing of it all. And as a leader, I understand you want to be able to know what's going on, but you have people who are able to brief you on the things that you miss. And as a leader, a great leader, it's okay to have that. So self-awareness is really understanding what can you do to let go of some of the things that maybe you're holding on to, that is causing you to feel that mental burnout, that is causing you to feel anxious, that is causing you to feel overwhelmed, and preventing you from getting into that space of balance, creating that structure that you need. Okay? So as the leader, if you who is ready for change, ready to level up their mental performance, their brain performance, then definitely I would love for you to reach out to me because as a neuro coach, this is what I do. This is what I share with my client. This is how I educate my clients on how they can get into the flow of more balance and structure and get out of the flow of being mentally burnt out, being mentally overwhelmed all the time. So if you are loving this of what I'm sharing, definitely go ahead and put a comment and say, love this, share this with a friend. Don't forget to hit the notification. And I'm here every week giving you all my knowledge and experience of being, serving 20 plus years in the military and just all the things that I'm learning about the neuroscience and how it impacts, the brain as we lead and make decisions in our lives, in our businesses, in our organization. So if you would love to connect with me, click the link in the comments. You can book a call. It could just be a connection call to learn more. Or if you decide to work with me, that would be great as well too. All right. So definitely, and there's different ways you can work with me from a group setting or one-on-one, or if you want me to come and do some training for your organization, let me know. But have a beautiful day as always, and I will see you all next week. Bye-bye.